Welcome friends to another Tarkir Dragonstorm Draft. I'm Nico, aka another MTG, trying to make the magic happen as often as possible on my way to become a better drafter. So, without further ado, let's draft. Okay, so, Dragonologist, I mean it's okay. I don't love it that much. So, well, it's definitely not a bomb. I think Encroaching Dragonstorm is pretty nice. But you know what? I'll take the Dragonologist. Untapped dragons have... Try to build a dragon deck. This also fits into a dragon deck. But there's also... Shocking Sharpshooter is a pretty nice card, especially in those aggressive decks, Mardu decks. Sarkhan, what does it again do? Create a treasure token when it enters, and I behold a dragon, and whenever a dragon you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter on Sarkhan. Until end of turn, Sarkhan becomes a dragon and gains flying. I mean, it's a cool card. And we do have a dragon themed first pick. I mean, Shocking Sharpshooter is really cool, but I'll just try and maybe let's see where this goes from here. Now we have Osseous Exhale, Equilibrium Adept, Flamehold Grappler, Narset's Rebuke. So maybe, well, Flamehold Grappler can be cool if I'm able to copy a spell, but it happened to me more than once that it just sat in my hand, or I played it for 3 mana. Then it's a 3/3 first striker, which is not that bad. But I think I'd rather take the Narset's Rebuke because it's a cool removal spell, and yeah, maybe it's a better pick here. Now we have no dragons. Shock Brigade. So if I should have gone, probably should have gone Boros. Maybe it's not even too late. This is blue and red with a green splash, but doesn't have a dragon theme or synergy. So I think I should be taking that Shock Brigade, or you know what, Ice Witch Serpent. Bouncing something can be pretty cool, so I'll take the Ice Witch Serpent, stay in my first pick colors, but happy to switch. So black Mardu could have been a thing, should have been a thing, maybe. Also, now we have at least a Boulderborn Dragon, which I think is at least a dragon so far. And now we have an Absent Monument, Lie in Wait, Riverwalk Technique, which is a pretty playable card. So I'm happy to pick that up. At the moment, it's looking okay. If I have a 5-color dragon deck, I wouldn't love red as a base. I can live with a blue base, but I'd rather have a blue-green base, especially in those 5-color dragon decks. But yeah, let's just see what happens here, and what else will come our way. First picks are solid though. I'll put the Narset's Rebuke and the Riverwalk Technique on some other pile, so I know those are interactive spells. And here we have an Iridescent Tiger, a River Will Sweep, Rebellious Strike, Seize the Opportunity, nothing too interesting, probably the River Will Sweep. I do like the Tiger. Maybe I'll take the Tiger, just because it's kind of a mana source for all colors. So I do like Tiger. I think Tiger is a decent card. Some don't like it, but I think it's a pretty good card actually. It's like the same thing with the Grappler, but it's a little easier with this than with the Grappler. So now, pick number 8, Temur Tawny back, probably. Agent of Codes, just to have a 2-drop. Because we can't lose that early. But Temur Tawny back, 4 mana, draws a card, then I discard. Agent of Codes is just a solid 2-drop. Let's pick it up. Stay in those colors here and look at our curve. I'm happy to pick up any dragon to make this cooler. On here we have a second tiger, which is kind of cool, I think. Let's just give it a shot. I haven't done a blue and red dragon themed deck, but with 2 of those, I feel pretty solid. Now we have Monastery Messenger. It's the only card that I think is okay. Like, yeah, let's pick up the Monastery Messenger, but I'm happy to move away from that card. And here's the Reigning Victor. Yeah, now it's just nothing interesting here anymore. Roma's Routine, maybe Poised Practitioner. I don't love Stormbeacon Blade. Yeah. Okay. But I feel we have a decent amount of playable cards. We don't have any dragons though, which I would like to change. It would just be amazing because the Dragonologist and the Sarkhan Awaken the Honored Dead is just kind of a little too much, too off our colors. I think we could either take the like War Effort maybe, but it's not really good in. It's not the best card, especially if I don't go wide, which I apparently am not. So I think Temur Devotee is the safer, more solid pick. There's also a Jeskai Devotee, but I like Temur Devotee a little better just because it enables us to splash green also. By the way, friends, if you're enjoying this so far, why don't you show some love by hitting that like or subscribe button down below? It helps the channel grow and I'd appreciate it a lot. Now we have a Karaki Guardian, which would live, so it is a dragon and it is on the green splash, which is cool. So we have 3 green sources already. I'm gonna put the Devotee and Tiger on another pile, kind of my land pile or my mana pile. Here we have a Sipsig Appraiser and also a Roiling Dragonstorm, which is very solid and very decent. I do love that card, and maybe we'll find another Sipsig Appraiser, even though it's unlikely because that card is pretty damn good. So now we find another dragon, Durgar Island Dragon. It's cool. Happy to pick that one up. So now our dragon count is at least 2. And here we have another Temur Devotee, but also an Effortless Master. But I think Temur D fits the whole dragon kind of synergy and strategy much better. So Temur Devotee it is. Happy to play 2 copies. So we do have our 4 sources of green already. So we will probably be able to cast it Karaki Guardian. Yeah, that makes me happy. But let's just hope for some removal. That's what the deck is lacking at the moment. And still some cheaper creatures. So we have a Durgar Island Dragon. There's also a Swiftwater Cliff. But I think the whole dragon theme is just a little stronger, and it also taps a creature, draws me a card, so I do like that card. It's pretty playable, and later on it's going to be a dragon, so now I'll just take the Evolving Wilds because I don't have a lot of mana fixing so far. And yeah, now there's nothing in here. Maybe Temur Tawny back. Maybe even this card, just because I am lacking interactive spells. But I think Temur Tawny back is the better pick, even though I don't love to play it, especially in this deck. But let's just see where this goes. And what else will come our way. But yeah, next time I'll play Boros. But I didn't see that many good Boros cards. So maybe I'm just right where I am. Red felt pretty open. So why not go red? I do love the two tigers is pretty cool, I think. So on turn 5 we're going to be able to cast some stuff for sure. And here I'll take the Aegis Sculptor just because I don't love it, especially in this deck also, just because, but it's a 4-drop, it is a flying warder, so it's a good blocker for those aggressive decks. And yeah, but still hoping for some more dragons. We have 3 already, and now 4 mana for Monastery Messenger or 5 mana for Ice-Rich Serpent, or try to go Feral Deathgorger just because it's a dragon and we could really, like, with those 2 tigers, let's just take it, why not? And here's a very late Shock Brigade. Pretty interesting actually, but there's just nothing interesting here for me, so maybe it's even a good 2-drop for just in that deck as well. It's a 1/3 with Menace, so why not? Let's take the Humbling Elder, even though I don't love it, but maybe we'll play it. And yeah, bomb, please bomb in pack number 3. Oh, that's not a bomb. I mean, it's a good card, but excellent card from a graveyard, create a 1/1. I think I'd rather take Glacial Dragon Hunt because it's a removal spell that I do like. Or Narset's Rebuke enables us a white splash also. But I think Glacial Dragon Hunt is just pretty cool, so happy to pick that up. And here's another Roiling Dragonstorm. Will help us find our stuff sooner. And the other, yeah, there's just nothing that interesting here. Well, this is, oh, I mixed that card up. It's a flying 3-mana dragon. Activated abilities of artifacts, creatures, and planeswalkers can't be activated. Well, I mean, it's a dragon, and we have, this is a white source. This is a white source. Or take the good removal spell. I don't know. Let's take the Channeled Dragonfire here, just because, or you know what, maybe the Tranquil Cove, but not too sure about the Clarion Conqueror. Let's pick up the removal spells because that's what the deck is lacking at the moment. And here's another good red removal spell, Molten Exhale. Also Sagu Wildling, but we're not in green, so let's just give it a shot. Molten Exhale. Happy to pick all those cards up. So now we have 26 cards already. Need to cut some cards, and I will cut the white dragon just, and maybe the Temur Tawny back. Doesn't really fit into our strategy. Gonna White is so open. It's kinda annoying. And here I'll take the Swiftwater Cliffs just because. Feral Deathgorger, also not too sure about that one. And here's a Dragonstorm Forecaster, but we don't have a Dragonstorm Globe. But we have a Boulderborn Dragon. And it's going to be a dragon triggering the Sarkhan. So, there's also a Narset's Rebuke. But the removal spells are fine, I think. And that's just a dragon finding card. So happy to pick that one up. And now... yeah, nothing interesting here actually. Maybe just a Thornwood Falls to have another green source. Not playing the Monastery Messenger all as well. Temur Devotee, it's a 2-drop, so I think Shock Brigade is less interesting actually in that deck here. So those two dragons, Feral Deathgorger and Dragonback Land and Clarion Conqueror. Not sure if we're gonna make the splash. Well, the Tiger does it all. So we have 2 black sources, we have 2 white sources, but that's it. And now we have nothing. Maybe just a High Spire Bell Ringer. I don't love it though, but it's a 3-drop at least. And here we have a Mammoth below. You know what? I'll just take it. It's a good 5-drop. And we're probably going to be able to cast it. Especially now we have another green source in our deck. And this would be a white source. But... wow, can't believe how open those decks were. But there's just nothing interesting here. Do I want to take the Windscarred Crag? So we have 3 white sources. 1, 2, 3 with the Tigers. 4 white sources. So we can play that dragon here. 4 white sources is enough for me to splash that dragon. But I'm not playing the Feral Deathgorger. So, we'll still need to cut some things. Okay, so 41 cards. I will not... well, you know what? I'll put in 1 Plains. And I'll maybe just cut the Humbling Elder. Or the Aegis Sculptor. 3 free... we have a lot of 5-color stuff. Of 5 drops. So I think I'll just cut 1... but these are all good cards. I think the Aegis Sculptor is just not that important in that deck. Let's give it a shot like this and see how it performs. Alright, that hand is a keepable hand. So, let's play the Tranquil Cove and gain a life and pass the turn. My opponent draws a card, plays a Jungle Hollow, gains a life as well, and passes the turn. So now we'll just go Agent of Codis before, because if they don't play a creature, we'll be going in for 2 damage, which I do like. They are absent. Okay, absent devotee. Sure. Let's play a mountain. And let's just attack here. They are blocking. And I'll play now my Dragonologist. Look at the top 6 cards. You may reveal an instant, sorcery, or dragon card and put it into your hand. I want the Mammoth below, just to have a good 5-drop here. And now it's my opponent's turn. They draw a card. They play a Swamp. They play an Embermouth Sentinel, searching for a basic land card, or not. They're searching for a forest. So I will now... do I want to renew that? Let's just attack. Opponent takes the damage, so I will play now my Icespire Bellringer. And my Temur Devotee, yeah. So I never drafted this card because it's not that good actually, but in this situation it was actually pretty cool now. 100 Battle Veteran, sure. That's not the end of the world for me. So now we can really go Iridescent Tiger into Mammoth below, but not before. Well, do we want to attack? You know what? Let's just go Iridescent Tiger into Mammoth below. And we'll still have up a mana. Because the Icespire Bellringer actually kind of cool now. I do like it. So board state is looking pretty solid here for me. I can renew the Agent of Codis next turn. I can make another 5/5. Harmonize is for power 5. Yeah. Opponent is taking their time, playing a reputable merchant. All crappy cards coming here from my opponent. So I don't hate it that much. Whenever this enters or dies. So let's just put it back on top of the library. Slow them down. This gets cheaper or not, because no, it only makes it cheaper for 1 color less. So attack with the flyer as well. Okay, opponent takes all the damage, goes down to 11. Plays a Plains, plays a Baitor, Kin to all. Oh no! At the beginning of your end step, if creatures you control have total toughness 10 or greater, draw a card. Then if creatures have 20 or greater, untap all creatures. Then if they have 40, each opponent loses half their life rounded up. Let's gain a life. Let's put 2 counters on my thingy here. So it's a 7/7. Let's attack with our stuff. Okay, so they are taking 1, 2. Well, they could block with the merchant. Okay, okay, so they're sacking the merchant. That's okay for me. Okay, Icespire Bellringer gone, but opponent goes down to 10 life and loses their creatures. Oh, now they have a 6/8. But they can't attack, or they won't attack. Gaining a life, now they're back at 11. And yeah. Let's just see what happens. Opponent plays an Inspirited Vanguard. When this enters or it attacks, it endures 2. So now, I do need a removal spell for that Baitor. I have no dragon to behold, but let's just play this. Let's 1, 2, 3. I have to tap this creature. Sure, why not? Because they're not gonna attack with the Betor anyway, so they will draw another card. That sucks. They have a lot of card advantage. Betor is a crazy card, crazy dragon here. Definitely worth splashing for. And they play Smile at Death, destroying... No, at the beginning of your upkeep, return 2 target creature cards with power 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Sure. That's also actually a cool card. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of those creatures. That's insane. Okay, Molten Exhale. So we can just attack with all our stuff. This is a sorcery. So if they block our big thing, we can kill the Betor. Later on, which is cool, even if they... Okay, so yeah, Betor is history. Unless they have an indestructible or hexproof spell, which I would hate. But it's 3, 4, 5 damage going through. They are at 6 life, and I can Molten Exhale that Betor, hopefully. Can they... Do they have something? No, they have an hexproof. They have a hexproof thing. Oh no, but yeah. They don't have a hexproof thing, but they're gonna kill my... They killed my big thing. Doesn't matter that much. They can return something, now have a 3/3, but they're at 6 life. I still have the upper board hand, and any dragon I will draw now will give the Sarkhan flying. Too bad I didn't find more dragons or a Dragonstorm Globe. Venerated Stormsinger, sure. I'd hate to lose this game. That would just really suck. No blocks. I'll take 5, go down to 17, and my opponent passes the turn. We drew a Tarkir Island Dragon, so we can make that dragon. Sarkhan's now a dragon, gains flying, and we can attack with the Sarkhan for 3. They don't have a blocker. But an Osseous Exhale. Ouch. Yeah. Okay, now another 3/3. I'll say it again, I'd hate to lose this one. Absent can go pretty wide as well, actually. Reigning Victor? Aw, come on. Okay, Venerated Stormsinger. Inspirited Vanguard. They'll just attack with all their stuff. This time I will block the Absent Devotee just because I don't want more damage. Or do I want to block the Inspirited Vanguard? I think. And also this. And also this. Yeah, we're going to lose that. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. Will I have another blocker? Tarkir Island Dragon goes in for 4. Timur Devotee. Should have went in with the tiger as well, but 7 damage there. I have 2 blockers, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Ah, that annoys me now. Ouchie bouchie. That annoys me, but I'll play another one. Hopefully this time it goes better. We didn't find our good stuff, actually. Should we change something? Hey, why didn't I put in the Clarion? I put in the Dragonback Lancer instead of the Clarion Conqueror. I mixed those two up again. And the Flyer actually is probably good, better than the Ice Witch Serpent. So let's with these changes, maybe it's a little better. Let's give it a shot. Okay. Not ideal. I don't love it, but I'll still keep. Opponent plays a land. Opulent Palace. I'll play a Tapland, Tranquil Cove. Gain a life. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a forest and an undergrowth leopard. Sure. So now we can play a mountain and pass the turn. I'll take 2, or you know what, I'll not take 2. I'll just flash in the Humbling Elder. This, no blocks. Opponent plays a Thornwood Falls and a Kishla Skimmer, sure. We drew another land. I think it's time we should kill that Kishla Skimmer, probably. No attacks. Okay, no blocks. Taking 2, going down to 19 life. Opponent plays a Alchemist's Assistant, sure. Plus another tap land. Let's still not attack. Want to play a defensive game? I'll block the Alchemist Assistant. That's now gone. Humble Elder's now gone. Opponent's at 24. I'm at 17. Opponent plays Lotus Light Dancers. Lifelink 3/6. Searching for a black and a green and a blue card. Putting those in their graveyard. And they have some renew cards in their graveyard now. Okay, so now we will play that Boulderborn Dragon. It really sucks. A lot of things suck actually here. Well, if this attacks, I can Surveil, which is cool. I have the Karaki Guardian. Auroral Procession returns the Kishla Skimmer from their grave. They cast it again. They attack. Probably. No. Killing my Boulderborn Dragon hurts my feelings here. Let's play the island. Let's play the Karaki Guardian. So I at least have a blocker here for that Lotus Light Dancers. Opponent plays an island. Plus a Sage of the Fang. Kishla Skimmer returns a card. Lotus Light Dancers is now a 5/8. Aww. Things are not going my way. And we draw so many so many lands. It almost hurts. Let's attack though. For 6 at least. Let's play the Durgar Island Dragon. And pass the turn. Opponent draws a card. Plays an Awaken the Honored Dead. Destroys my Karaki Guardian. Ouchie bouchie. Wow. What a frustrating What a frustrating. I'm not gonna be able to get out of this. That's just too frustrating here. And they have the card advantage. They have the better deck. So I can play the Clarion Conqueror. I can play the Agent of Codis. I can block the Lotus Light Dancer's dead now. Don't let them know we have another land in hand. But I can probably concede. Very soon. Yeah, hurts. Are the dragons, we just have the worst dragons. Like, I don't even understand why this is a rare. There's not that many activated abilities. Oh, no, it's not fun anymore. Ouchie, ouchie. Okay, starting off the last game with a non-keepable hand. Keep 6, put back the Mammoth below. Wow, we didn't draw one Roiling Dragonstorm in the whole game before this one. Opponent is Boros, Devoted Duelist, sure. Attacks for 2, I'll go down to 18, pass the turn. Let's now get the Temur Devotee in onto the battlefield. So we have a decent blocker here. Next turn, Roiling Dragonstorm and the tap land, probably Bearer of Glory entering the battlefield on my opponent's side. So we will play the Windscarred Crag, play the Roiling Dragonstorm, draw 2 cards, discard a card. I wanna discard the... Wow, probably the Durgar Island Dragon. Thinking long term here. So I want to be able to cast a Tiger plus Rebuke plus something else next turn. The turn after that one. So now we can tap that, draw a card. Flying Warder, putting it back. But you know what? I want to tap it and draw a card. Just because I don't have another land, so I'm not gonna be able to play the Tiger if I don't find another land. 3 damage, and we're gonna tap the Delcoven Pack Beasts, resolve, draw a card, and we found a land, but it's a tap land, so doesn't make me too happy here, because I will lose another turn. Going down to 15 life. Thornwood falls, but yeah, we'll have to do it. Draw a card, discard a card. Deal 3 damage. But I'd rather have the good blocker here now. So next turn we can go Tiger into Rebuke, into Glacial Dragon Hunt. Or if we find another land, even into Riverwalk Technique. Well, let's just see what we draw. Opponent attacks. I'll block one of the mobilized tokens. Go down to 14 life. Opponent places Salt Road Pack Beast, draws a card. Channel Dragonfire. Board 2, they kill my Aegis Sculptor. Ouchie bouchie. Mobilize 3. Okay, so we can go Tiger into Rebuke, killing the Delcaven Pack Beasts, adding 3 mana, go into Glacial Dragon Hunt, draw a card. I may discard a card. I want to discard that to deal 3 damage to the Salt Road Pack Beast and feel kinda stabilized. Next turn we can go Boulderborn Dragon. We can harmonize that. That's actually cool. Shock Brigade entering the battlefield. And a Fortress King Guard dealing a damage via the Devoted Duelist. Okay, we drew another land. Let's just play that Boulderborn Dragon. Return this. And do we want to attack? Not now. We want to have good blockers. Okay. I will wow, pumping the whole team. What an annoying. Who does that? Come on. Who does something like that? Like this and like this? Are we dead? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're not dead yet. 3 life. We can Molten Exhale that Shock Brigade. We can Roiling Dragonstorm, draw 2 cards, discard a card. We can discard a land. We can deal 2 damage to the Devoted Duelist. We can attack with the Boulderborn Dragon for 3. I want to have, like, with 3 life. Yeah, I want to have the Conqueror. That's another Dragonstorm returning to my hand. So if Devoted Duelist, ouch. We can kill it with the Channel Dragonfire for 7. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could just kill it. Wow, this gets +2. Oh man. That hurts. I need to block it. And now we can attack with that. Surveil 1, don't need that. And now we can just harmonize this. Submit. Yeah, submit that. Deal 3 damage. Discard the Dragonstorm Forecaster. Deal 3 damage to the Devoted Duelist. And cast that Clarion Conqueror. Passing the turn not before returning my Dragonstorm to my hand, which makes me happy. And now it's my opponent's turn. They play it. Oh man. Oh man. I think that was my last game and it was a frustrating experience. The whole thing was pretty darn frustrating. 0-3. Yeah, that sometimes it happens. No bombs went my way. The whole draft was kind of, I wanted to force the dragon thingy. Maybe I should have pivoted into Boros. Let me know what you think about this experience in the comments. I'd appreciate it a lot if you like it. If you hit the like or subscribe button as well. It helps the channel grow. And yeah, I wish you a nice day.